To begin installing characters with the Discovery tool, you must first load up the Discovery tool. When you load up the tool, this new version has the ability to import directly into your save. To use the Save File Editing tool, we require your Steam ID as a one-time setup. This is necessary because the save file is encrypted using your Steam ID, and the tool needs it in order to function correctly. Your Steam ID is public information and can be found here at www.steamid.io. We will never ask for personal, sensitive, or private information to access anything Discovery creates. We only request what is technically required for a feature to work. All you need to do is copy this ID and go back to the Disco tool. At the top here where it says Save, click Set Steam ID, paste your code, accept, and it's already detected my save folder. If for some reason it does not detect your save folder, you can go back up to the save and set the remote folder. Once you've done that, you can now load up the character manager. We currently have a system that toggles between memory and save. For this example, we are going to use the save. You do this by enabling the save here. This prompt is letting you be aware it will decrypt and load the save. Give it a couple of seconds. Now you're ready. Legacy profiles will not work for the new save system. You now need to use the modern profiles that Disco create. To do this, open up the new profile manager. If you have a legacy profile, which is a profile before the new save system was introduced, we can convert them to the newer format. Go to Tools, Convert Legacy Profile, Single, select your profile, press Open, and then hit Save. That will now convert to the new format. It converts it to what's known as a save profile format. This is data that's going to go directly into your game without any memory touching. Once you've opened that, just go through and make sure everything is fine. You'll notice with this profile the wrestler ID is 0. This is for you to set if missing. How do you know which wrestler ID to use? If you go back to your character manager, in here, you need to find an ID that you want to import to. Now previously, the none slots were broken. However, with the new save editing, we can now fix these. For this example, we're going to fix 461. I'm going to set that to 461. Then I'm going to hit Save. If we go back to the character manager, I'm going to set this as playable. Then right-click and import through save. We're going to hit this, Import Names. Yes. You can now see that it has set the data for this wrestler ID. Now this has also flagged this slot for a save into your game's save file. When we hit Save, your data has been inserted to the save. One important thing, this does not set any model information. If you have downloaded a character, just drop it here. If in-game you see textures are missing, or the shiny black material, you can go inside each of these folders and open up Material Composer, drag the MTLs on top, and hit Save. Do this for both. What this has done is it has rehashed the direction of where the textures and materials are going to go. Each one of these entries points to one of the JMTLs, and inside the JMTLs, it points to the textures. And if you rename the character path, these hashes will no longer be found, and they will need regenerating by hitting Save. Once you have done that, if you go back to the character manager, go to the attire and render, we need a new attire in here. We click Add, just press OK. Now, when using a non-slot, if you go over to the Costume tab, you may notice an existing costume ID. All you do is delete. If we go back to the attire, select the attire folder and locate to our mods. Just select the folder, and Disco will automatically map everything that you need. Once that has been done, just double-check our data. If you want to rename this, all you have to do is hit Enter and type the name. For this example, I'm not going to. I'm going to also change the render here. One important step here is when using a non-slot, you need to right-click and select Set Default. This will correct the broken slot. I'm going to hit Close and I will click Save. If you are using the Disco tool to bake, hit the Bake window and bake your data. Now, if you're using Cake View, just bake your characters. And now we are ready to boot the game. Once you're in the game, go to your character. You will see the render and names all working. Here he is. You will also see if you go to the Moves menu, the moveset has already been imported because you did it through the save.